Hello everyone, this is SystemCollapse and I'm back yet again playing the Sky Factory 3s. Sitting on top of my fancy turbines. Yep, and in between videos, didn't do a ton at all. I think I raised this one level. I actually figured out the problem with the help of someone who made a comment on the video, and the issue was I actually have too much cooling in here. I actually didn't need to raise it another level. The issue was I actually put too much dew of levity in there. Or is it dew? Levity? Let's check levity. Vapor. I put in too much vapor levity in there and it made it too efficient. It was dropping the casing heating down way too much. But I ended up adding another level before I realized that, so I'm just going to leave it as it is. I think it looks fine anyway from a distance, gives it a little depth, and I'm fine with it. Turned out okay. And yeah. And I'll show you what they capped out at. They capped out at 28.1k each. So that is what they're all producing. So what is that? 112,000 around? 112,000 RF from that. I'm happy with that. Turned out well. And that is the thing. Other than that, in between videos, I didn't do much of anything. Kind of primed this area for what I want to work on today. And that's what we're going to get to. I said this is going to be an RF tools area, but we're not actually going to do RF tools right away. We're going to work on something else. Something else I've been thinking about doing for a while now. And I think I got to wait for it to work now. I don't need this here, so let's get that out of there. Boop. And I just lost a block. Oh well. We have more. Which block was that? That'll bother me. I need to put it back. This drill sometimes it's just too fast. I linked up a network receiver here and a wireless transmitter just to make working a little easier. But yeah, what I want to do today is actually try automating the making of Awakened Draconium, because pretty soon I'm going to go and farm a whole bunch of dragons, and I don't want to have to sit there. While it makes the Draconium. I just want to be able to throw it in, tell refined storage to make however many I want to make, and leave it at that. So I'm going to try my hand at automating it. So that is what we're going to work on. I need some of these. I made the hole a little too big, actually. I need to fix that. So put that there, that there. And I guess that there. That'll work. And we're going to need to place these first off, so let's get to that. Boop, boop, and that'll work. Boop, boop. And I think I have a way of doing it. I know early in the series I was like, I don't know how you'd possibly do this. Well, I think I got a pretty good way. That should work. And it's actually pretty simple. In the long run. And in the short run. Just in the run. No, I don't have the runs. I have no idea what I'm saying. And yeah, it should work. I think this will work, and just need to fine tune it. I kind of got stuff that I thought I would need. It might change here. What else do I need here? I got to get this into place too. I should have already done this, but we'll do it now. Not a big deal. Boop. And can I place you, please? There we go. And that needs to actually go one higher, doesn't it? Boop. And where is it? There we go. Boop. And I should explain why I thought this was not possible to do early on. When you put in a recipe in here and get everything set up right, and you have that start button down here, I thought you'd have to actually click the button. Apparently, if you apply a redstone signal, it will automatically click. I don't think it'll work with a lever, but like a redstone pulse, it will work with, and that's what we're going to go for. I'm only going to need 2 of those, I think. I don't know why I brought 4. Didn't really plan out numbers, but we're going to get it set up here. Boop. And if this works, then realistically, I'll be able to automate any Draconic recipe that I want to. I mean, it'll be just a thing we're able to do at any moment, any given moment. Boop, 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 boop. These conduits will be for putting the items into the Draconic crafting injectors. Let's see here, control sensitivity. Sensitivity feels higher than that. Check my mouse here for a second. There we go. Boop. There we go. And I want these set to insert right off the hop. There we go. And there we go. Now let's do the same to these ones over here. Insert. 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 And insert. Okay. Let's do the first part of it. First thing we're going to need to do, basically, is get the crafter set up. We're going to have to use a crafter. So we're going to do that. Bam. Because this will be a processing pattern, so it is a thing we're gonna need. Do I have a wrench? This will work on these, won't it? Hopefully work. Yes, excellent. That'll work fine. I'll need a cable from there. Okay. Oop. Cable. Yes. There we go. Got some cables. Boop. That'll connect that. That'll work fine. I did bring a pattern processor. Throw that there for a second. Grab these. Boop and boop. And we'll need... Where did I put that? Right there. Boom. So to make the Awakened Draconium, I believe we need 6 Draconic cores. See here. Awakened Draconium. We need 6 Draconic cores, a heart, 4 Draconic blocks, and that'll do it. Okay, so put that in there, and I think you can actually change the numbers by clicking on something in here anyway. Might not work with this. This maybe? Yeah, you can take, yeah, you can left or right click to change the numbers, so I didn't actually need to go get more. I could have just used one of each. What else do I need? That'll do that, and I just need 4 Awakened Draconium. So let's grab 4 of these, which I do have 4. Boop. I was actually out. What am I doing? Right here. Then that'll be the output for the recipe. And boom. So there we go. We got a recipe. And we're going to throw that in here. There we go. Now, the next part of this is we need a chest. The chest is basically a buffer chest. So we're able to distribute the items where they need to go properly. Without the buffer chest, it's not going to work correctly. If I try to send these items out using importers or exporters even with refined storage, it's going to gum everything up. Or if I try to, you know, write straight from the crafter, again, it's going to gum up the numbers. Everything's going to end up in the wrong place, and it just won't work right. With a buffer chest here, basically I can control it much better, much more better. We'll go with that. Do that. Boom. We're gonna need this. This is just a timer. I've used these before in this playthrough, and this is gonna be actually what turns it on. So I'm gonna set it to check every 20 seconds. Every 20 seconds. Every 20 seconds, I'll set a pulse to this and tell it to turn on. If there's a valid recipe in these infusers and items in there, it'll toggle it on. So every 20 seconds, is, whether I'm using it or not, it is going to check if there's a recipe that needs to be done. So that is how I'm doing that. Simple, easy peasy. There we go. Boom. Next, let's set up the filters really quick. So I'm gonna need 6 of these set to this, and I'll do this one here. Boop and boop. And I don't need all the crafters for this recipe, but I'm gonna be doing all my other draconic stuff over here anyway, and some of them are gonna be manual, like leveling up the weapons. No point automating it. You won't be doing it enough for each recipe to make it worthwhile. But Awakened Draconium, especially if you're going to be doing the max size reactor, you're going to need it. You're going to need it, and that is the thing. So that should be that. I'm going to take that out of there. Boop. And conduits. We're going to run conduits from here and go up into these. That is the plan. So boop. Throw that there. Suppose I could throw a conduit here. And here, and here. I'll explain why I'm doing it this way in a second. Just let me run some conduit. Boop. Because everyone's probably going, oh, you don't have to run it that way. It's, and no, I definitively don't have to do it this way, but there's a reason why I'm doing it this way. Boop. And boop. Go. Some more of my glowstone. How did I break this thing is too quick. Too quick. I'll fix this floor later on. My goodness, this thing just destroys things. Okay. Boop. There we go. So, the reason I'm running the line out like this is because I'm going to have this set the round robum. Round rodum. Anyway, set the round robin. And if I don't have it coming out of just one point in the chest, it is going to distribute them unevenly. It always prioritizes one side more than others, so you're better off doing a single point where you want to pull the items out of the chest. It'd be less conduit if I ran it from here, right? But I'm just going to run the one, and yeah, that is why I'm doing that. That's why I'm doing that. What do I want this set to? So I'm going to need that one on extract with a blacklist, right? Yes, so we'll do it that way. Extract with blacklist. Boop boo, blacklist, and we're gonna throw Awakened Draconium in there. Bam. Okay, that'll work there. And we're gonna route up the actual items into this from a different point, which is gonna be here in a second. Boop, 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 and boop. There we go. And I'll disable this connection because I don't need it. Bam. And just so you guys know too, because people are like probably going to say, why don't you just write the, because when this is done, I'm going to need it to automatically pulled out. You cannot import through a crafter. So you can't import into refined storage via a crafter. So that won't be an option. So that's kind of the reason why I'll be doing this. Whitelist, and we just want, I guess it's just Draconic blocks. Did I not grab any? I thought I did. Should have had, oh yeah, it's in the crafter. There you go. There we go. Put that there, whitelist that. So now it's able to pull those into there. So far we have it set up to filter that. It's blacklisting, awakened, and this, just in case either of them get into the system. I don't want it pulling it out into the crafters. Outside of that, so right now, if I fire this up and tell the recipe to go, it should put the items in the chest and put all the items where it belongs, except for insert. And that is always active. Make sure we got everything right. I think this is everything. Oh, yes. And we're going to need this. This is another thing too. If I don't do this, this is going to mess everything up. It's going to mess everything up. This is actually a speed downgrade for conduits. And there's most people probably never use this before. You're very rarely going to need it. But I need it because if this pulls out, if I put in, order up, say, 20 of these Awakened Draconium, it's going to pull in, say, 20, it's going to pull in 80 Draconium blocks. Well, conduit's base, I don't know what their base amount that it is that they can move, but it's more than that. So it's not going to pull just one of them at a time. It's going to pull a bunch of them at a time. And if they were going to these crafters, they could end up dispersed in very uneven numbers. The way it is now, set the round robin with the downgrade, this chest can only pull one item at a time. So pull one item, find its home. Round robin it, pull the next item, put it in home. And once these crafters all have one of each item inside them, there's no way that the numbers can get messed up. So that is why I'm doing that. So the speed downgrade is going to be absolutely needed. If you don't do that without a speed downgrade, you're gonna have problems. You're gonna have to have a method of getting the items in there evenly. This is the only way I could think of doing it super simple. Here we go. So I should kind of test this, shouldn't I? I think I've got everything. Let's do a quick pull on it and see what happens. So let's go here and go to, I don't want that, normal, only craftables. Here we go, craft, start. Everything's there. It's going to pull everything. Nothing's wrong. Everything in here. Yes. That one in there. But these didn't get pulled out probably because I don't have this. Yes. So 5, 6. There's 6 on there, as there should be. Oh, I see a problem. That will work, but that is not intended. There we go. It is going to work, but I need to fix something here, or it's going to mess things up. Actually, I might not need to. Yes, I will need to, because if I do more than one, that's going to mess things up. I'm going to have to make a blacklist, most likely, on witchcrafters. I don't even need these connections, but if I'm going to do numerous recipes, I need them. So, which one? That one gets the heart. This one gets nothing. So, for right now, let's put a whitelist there. Then I can't put anything in there. That one. So 4 would go there, 2 there, 1 for the heart. I guess it's just that one. That is the only problem one, so that should fix that. So we have effectively already automated Draconium. We just really need to fine-tune the sorting and get it exported in. This is already pretty much done. This is how easy this is. I've talked to many other people and they were like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. This looks so annoying. No, it's actually pretty simple. Pretty simple. Because, yeah, it was actually more difficult, I think, in 2.5. This is actually not bad at all. Not bad at all. What should I do next? I need to get the items pulled out of there. And I could just run the cable straight up there, I think. Boop. 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 No. No, sir. How do I want to do it? Do I want to do it with an importer or a conduit? No, we'll just do it with an importer, I guess. I probably didn't even bring one of those. No, I did bring one importer. Excellent. That makes things really simple. And well, it's not going to be the prettiest setup, and I might, in between episodes, try to make it a little more, you know, attractive. But right now, I just want to kind of get it done and get proof of concept out there and finished and make sure it's all functioning. So that should import everything now. And yeah, I think that's done. I think that is effectively finished. Let's order one and see if it, actually let's order 2 and see if it is able to complete them. That is kind of where we're at. So let's grab wireless grid. Here we go, craft 2. Well, I guess we need 8 because 1 is 4. Yeah. I think. Yes. 2 craft 8. Available 2. Yes. There we go. No, something's wrong. Why did it pull? Pull these out real quick. Fix this because something is wrong. Let's try this again. Boop. I want 8. That'll be enough. Bam. Now let's see what happens. It's because this one, that's 4. Why is that putting one in there? Because I have set to blacklist. I don't know why it wouldn't put anything. Was putting stuff in there when it was on a whitelist though. It shouldn't put anything. Nothing's in the whitelist. You know what? Let's just put something in the whitelist right now so it's not a problem. Go. Let's pull this out real quick. One more time. As we get the bugs out of this. There we go. Okay. Try again. Boop. Go to 8. Boom. Boom. Art. Everything goes where once, and it turns on. There we go. And where are the other items? All the other items should already, already be inside of the places. Inside the places. Should be inside their homes. So there should be 2 hearts there, 2 Draconics in each one. We'll know when this one finishes if it worked properly. At least I get to see if it retrieves, because this will, nope, that worked. It pulled item, automatically started the next one. That works perfect. That works perfect. The timing isn't always going to be that good, because I do have it set to 20 seconds, because I don't want to check in every single tick. But that is automated Draconium, right there, Awakened Draconian. Just like that, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. That is awesome. That is amazing. I can't believe how easy that was. Whew. Boom. Boom. So yeah, one more thing automated, and pretty simple way of doing it. I'm gonna have to change this wiring around. This wiring is gonna drive me crazy. I actually won't fill this in right now. I'll probably do that in between episodes though. There's no reason for you guys to watch me do wiring. Whoa. Oh, that's from all the other ones. I never took them out. Yeah, so basically I can do Draconium on call now. On call whenever I want, whenever I feel like it, to all my Draconium needs. And that is pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay, now with that done, that's pretty much what I wanted to get done today. I'm going to be working on my video times. They've been going way over what I have intended them to. Way over. Last video was an exception. I knew that one was going to take a long time. I don't like the idea of part 1 and 2. Woo. 2-part episodes. I just don't like them. Unless you have to. And at that midpoint, you've actually hit some level of progression. I like to show the progression as much as possible in one video. But for stuff like this, yeah, one video whenever possible. This is going to be a 2-floor area. This first floor is going to be for all my Draconic fusion crafting now. This second floor is actually going to be for all of our RF tools. So we are going to be doing RF tools next video. And since we have a tiny bit of time left, well, let's craft what we need. Let's craft what we need for that video. So, boom. Let's go here. Check this out. Go here. And take a look here. We're going to go RF tools. And we're going to need quite a few things here. Modular storage, don't need that. Actually, I will use an RF tools modular storage just for the storage over there for our dimlets, because we are going to have to do all our dimlets. And there's lots of parts, because we have tons of those dimlet parcels now. We have 2.9k of them to open, all from the Enderman farm. So we're going to have no shortage of dimlets. The only ones we're going to have to go hunt down are tier 6s, so that is the thing. F tools. See here. Boop, boop. We're going to need a matter transmitter. Beep. We're going to need matter receiver. Boop. We're also going to need a dialing device. As you can see, these recipes, they're really cheap. Really cheap. We're going to need some machine frames. Boop, doop, 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 boop. Don't need a screen controller. There's our dialing device. Modular storage. We're going to need... Don't need this, but it's useful. Boom. Matter booster. I forget what this one does, but I believe it's useful. We'll look it up. I completely forget what that one does. Screen controller. See down here. Storage. Elevator. Nope. Whoa, 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 whoa. Screen 2. There we go. We don't need a node. Don't need any of that stuff. Processor. Nope. We're going to need a dimension inscriber. 100%. Going to need that. Boop. And that's the most expensive part right there. To get your dimension builder, you actually need Awakened Draconium. So, dimension editor. Boom. And we're also going to need a phase field generator. It's not a need, but it's nice to have. This protects you if... oh, it's getting charged wirelessly, which is really cool. It protects you from... we'll get into that more. But if RF Tools World runs out of power, this will protect you for a while. Or if RF Tools World dies, has no power, you can go in here for a short amount of time and get, say, a corpse if you die. So it is very, very useful. We'll need the Dimlet workbench, which what we're missing. Base part. Okay, we'll make that next video because we're going to have to open up some Dimlet parcels for that. And we'll need those, but I'm not going to worry about them. Guess all we really need are these now. And we don't even need these. These are just because I'm going to use this storage. Boop. And 3. Boop. There we go. And that'll just give us more storage. And yeah, that is pretty much everything you need to get started in RF Tools. So you can see that it's not that expensive to build their machines. I mean, it is pretty cheap. It is pretty cheap for the amount of power that this stuff has. This stuff is pretty ridiculous. The stuff that it could do. Oh, did I use my dimension analyzer? I did too. I want another one. That'll bother me. I didn't realize it was a multi-step. I'm gonna use it. Analyzer. Analyzer? Builder, describer. Oh, maybe I was wrong. Okay. Destination analyzer. There we go. Go. Boom. Sure we don't have that. No, we don't. There we go. Oh, we'll also need infuser. And we'll get into that at the start of the next video. Bam. Okay. And I'm going to throw that in there for a second. I want to make a... this destructor. Boop. What am I missing? 4. Bam. Destructor and a constructor. Construction core. Bam. And I want to get these working right away. I'm going to need one of those. My inventory is getting so full now. Fortune. We're going to need 1, 2, 3. We're going to need 3 of these. Okay. Well, we'll do these. Get it done. Okay, and I'm back. And we're back in this view. We're back in this view. And I've got the eyes again. The crazy eyes. Brr. Yeah, it's actually been about 3 hours since I stopped recording because, well, I ran into a giant problem. I don't know what's going on, but my refined storage system went absolutely bonkers. It went absolutely bonkers. Yeah, every time I would come here and look at it, I just, I'd be walking in, just do, because I was working here. You guys just saw in the last cut. Well, it wasn't really a cut. It was a crash is what it was. But, yeah, I came over here to make a fortune book. And, yeah, I turned this way and looked at this and boom, crash. It didn't load up again, crash. It went into a non-stop crash loop. Then I loaded up backups because I've set my system to automatically make backups every 30 minutes. And, even the backups, I come in here, look at it, crash, look at it, crash, look at it, crash. So I've been dealing with that for about 2 hours, 2.5 hours now. I'm actually on a save now that is before I even move this. So I'm going to have to do that all over again. At least I know how it works. I have pretty much an idea exactly how I set it up, and should be easy peasy to set up. But I don't know what's going on with refined storage. So what I've done is actually eliminated the bulk of my drives. I don't know it's because I have too many drives, but I'm not using them anyway. And I'm going to, in between episodes, deal with any excess bloat of items and get everything possibly DSU'd. And even in my farm, I'm going to get everything crafted before it even hits the system. Stuff that I should have done a long time, but just never got to because something really bad is going on here. For me to be able to, just to give you an example of how bad this was, for me to be able to, after about 20 times of loading backups, for me to be able to actually get the drives out, because I was trying to get the drives out. I'd fly in real quick, and I tried from behind. From behind seemed to work better. For some reason, it's when I look at the front. But even when I got close, but if I walked in backwards, this way, I came in this way, and I walked in backwards, and it wouldn't crash. And then if I turned around, it would crash instantly. But what I did was I kind of went like this. I would go into a drive and take all the drives out. Then I flew away, and I had a chest way over there with all the drives. I took the drives out of everything, every single one of them, except for a couple empty ones. Then, yeah, I just started using the disk manipulator and sorting all my drives. Just sorting all my drives, and that seemed to fix it. After I got all the drives out, it didn't crash anymore. So I can almost say without a doubt it's a problem with refined storage. I just don't know what it is, and I just know I was very frustrated for a long time, and I'm so happy because I thought I was going to lose the world. And I wouldn't be able to finish the series, but I'm going to take a whole lot of precautions, and that is a thing. If ever there was a thing, that is the thing. And yeah, why am I hungry? I don't understand. Oh, because I don't have saturation anymore. We're going to do one more thing. The thing I was trying to do before all this happened. We're going to do that, and then we're going to end the episode, because this will actually help me with some of my item bloat anyway. I've added these new chests down here just so I could start auto voiding off certain items as soon as they hit the system. Yeah, so that's the thing. But I got this destruction plane and this constructor, so we're going to be using those. The constructor, I guess I could put like right... Oh, faces it that way, does it? It would, wouldn't it? Constructor. Boom. Well, that's kind of irritating. Give me this. We'll do it this way. Boop. And how am I going to do this? I just want it to place correctly. Come on, let me place it. I need a placement block. We'll do it that way. Rawr. Anyway, that was very frustrating. I hope you guys never have to deal with that. It's even worse when you have, you know, a save that you're using for you know, this, right? Oh, that's not right. Boop. So I could do it right. I just need a place where I have 3 spots. I need 3 spots, so I guess we'll throw it like right here. This will work. Throw that there. And we're gonna need some cables too, but we'll put the... Which do I got? The destructor? Constructor can go here. Put a hole here for a second. Bam. Put the... You go away. Destructor there. The destructor is actually going to need this fortune upgrade. Boop. Then we're going to go up here and grab some cables. Boop, boo. There we go. Then we're going to go back downstairs and get this working real quick. Where am I? I'm totally lost. So discombobulated. Very frustrating day. But at least I can still smile. Boop. And, wow, that went fast. And we're going to need this connected to the system. Boop. Now I just need to tell the constructor what to construct. And it already broke the block, so that doesn't help. Oh, I have this. Boop. And we need these. We're going to actually use these to break all our dimensional shard ores, because I have 8,000 of them, and you can't vein mine them, which is really irritating. And boop. It'll just sit there and do this and break them all, and with the fortune it'll get extra ones, and that'll deal with that. And it's going to cause a little lag if I'm looking at it, so we're going to walk over this way. And yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing. That is it. That is it. We're ending this video here because yeah, it's been a heck of a video, and I want it to be over. I want it to be over. Like, even down here, I think... No, the platform is gone. Okay. Oh, I thought this wasn't done yet. This is done, I guess. Huh. Anyway, we're going to end this video here. This must have been right after I had the extra row here. Because, yeah, one of the saves didn't have that. I guess I got a save that does have it. But yeah, we're going to end this video here. We're going to end this video here. It's been quite the video. We did automate... Awakened Draconium. So that is a thing. That is a thing, and that is amazing. That was actually pretty cool. I'm glad I was able to figure that out. And yeah, as always, if you like this video, please leave a like. If you really liked it, hit that subscribe button. It's much appreciated. Much appreciated. And I'm going to do tons of stuff between videos. Try to get this sorted out and all fixed up so this never happens again. And yeah, you guys all have a good one. And later.